this is our report. I will click, and basically it is giving one error. Contract class list should have a public constructor with no arguments. So there is a problem in contract class list should have a public constructor with no arguments. Okay, let's go to our contract class. We have missed something here in our stores param. Okay, this is our store params. So here we need one more decorator element, which is when you use the list return type. So at that moment you need to add here AIF collection type attribute, and you need to define the parameter name, which is in our case stores. Okay, and the types also need to be defined, which is string type. This is important. This I have missed earlier. When you are having a parameter like in our case multi select lookup, and it is return type list, so we need to include this AIF collection type attribute, and we need to also define this list will contain the elements of string type. So I will just rebuild. Also I think the store parameter has not came here in the report, so now I will also reset this one. Yeah, now it is coming param stores, and also here, and also I need to deploy the report again. Many times in your complex reports you will face such problems. You might have missed some small thing, and then you need to just concentrate what the warning message is saying, basically where it is leading towards. Just need to do that one. Okay, now there is another problem. Oh, this is the famous problem, and normally this also happens when you add some changes, you do some changes in your parameter, you add or remove some parameter. So it says number of defined parameter is not equal to the number of cell definition in parameter panel. So this can be fixed only by opening the report in XML. Open with, go to the XML text editor and press yes. Okay, now here our parameter, you can go at the bottom. Okay, here the parameter list, here you need to consider param to date, param from date is included here, but our store is missing. Still it is missing here. Okay, so this is the problem. I have restored and it has shown me there, but it is still in the XML it is not showing. So this is the problem. Report parameter, number of rows. So this is a matrix kind of basically tags. Param from date, param to date. This is column index 0, column index 1, and column index 2. I need to manually add here. Also here, from date to date is there, but our new parameter is not there. What was the name? It was store. Let's find it. Okay, this column index, cell definition. From here what we can do is we can increment the column index, row index will be the same, and here param to date will be param stores. Instead of param to date, it will be param stores. What was the name? Double check it. Param stores, yeah. It is param stores, parameter name, that's it. The row index will be same, column index will be 2. Okay, again go to the above and you will find param to date here, the data type. And this is a bit complicated, may mess up the things, but I will try. Here I will put string and data type string. Okay, and here it will be stores, param string. This is not param string, this is param stores. Okay, data type is string, and I think that's it. Let's save it and check. Open first. String data type param saying sequence contains no element. Now what I have done is basically remove the param stores. Sequence contains no element error was coming. I have just removed this and then restored the data set, and it has again created this and fixed the internal XML problem. So now also the deployment has been successful for the report. So deployment reports completed. So I will go back from where we were checking it, refresh, go back to the retail module. Okay, the retail, go to the report. Hopefully this time it should work. There are many sometime problem. Here it's saying register override method was called twice for the same object. Okay, so lookup is working, but still there is some problem. And these from and to date controls are also working, but there are some problem like report parameter value. Here also the report parameter value. So this override method error is also coming. For this we need to go back to our UI builder class and try to find the issue. Okay, here basically what we have to do, we need to go to the post run, override the post run method and remove the super here, so that this is only run with our functionality. So I have skipped this super here, or we can also include this whole code in our post run, so that it is not called twice the standard and our method. Okay, so I will try to rebuild, and again now almost our report is complete. So I will just right align the columns, and there was a little bit adjustment problem, so I will try to squeeze little bit more so that it fits within the one page. Okay, so this is the cars. Okay, total must be bigger. Save deposit, and this much I can save further. This is, I will again deploy. So what I have done here, basically in the UI builder, small changes I have done. I have moved my functionality from a post build method to the post run method, and I have removed the super call and remove also the post build method here. So it is only now in post run. Now once I call it back again, so I have put 1st January 2015, 31st January 2015 because for this data is available, and I have selected Annapolis as my channel or store ID. I will click OK, and this is a Contoso, and I am running USRT. So this is a USA based Contoso retail legal entity, and now you can see it is a single page, and I will enlarge it. You can see date, opening. There is some formatting issue. I will maybe little bit make it wider. Opening, cash, cards, checks, gifts, and you can check here sidewise. Okay, from here you can see the total amount 950.48. It is matching with this one because 12th of January I have put here the range of 12th of January, and also the payment methods are matching. First is for the cash, so 276.09, and the second and third. Second is for checks, also matching, and then this card 644.40 is also matching. So our data is coming accurately, and then there is a tax amount and net amount which also will be accurate because this is the gross amount 950.48. if you minus this from here, so it will be almost this much net amount. So it is showing this difference. Why? Because there is no opening amount here. So this way, and then these are total transaction count. You can adjust a bit this date field, make it a little bit wider, and then it will be done. And here you can see the totals of each column. So if we have not applied that update record set, so this discount, tax, and net will be shown in negatives. So we make it positive and then make it more logical. So this is how we have completed this retail daily stores customer payment summary. I hope it was not boring, but since it was a database, data provider based SSRS report, so it need to be very, I need to complete everything. And here we have basically learned how to, I will just go through little bit more again. Initially, we have talked about the format of a design. We had the 3 filter controls, to, from, and to date range, and then multi-select lookup. This is a good thing here, which may be used in many other reports, so you can learn this from here. I will also post this code to GitHub. Maybe you can download it. And then we have the store and store name here, and that is also filtered here. Then date range wise, date wise, you will have the payments or the tender type or payment method type, and this will be day wise for each cash, card, checks, gift cards, loyalty card, returns, total, discount, tax, net, everything. And if you have more payment methods, you can definitely add a similar chunk of insert record set, and then at the end you can consolidate all together. So my report had 3 classes: UI builder, DP, and contract. Contract was very simple, and it had param methods, from and to date range, very simple. Third one, list, was little bit it was different than AI collection type attribute, means list element will be string type that need to be added here. This was a unique thing here. And then the contract had the link to the UI builder. In the UI builder, we implemented multi-select lookup by implementing our own lookup stores method, in which we call this syslookup multi-select grid lookup, and the query was passed, which was basically on runtime. We have populated it, and this query can have the the store or any table which is having the values. So basically, if I can go back to the lookup, so we will see here that store number and name both are coming here. So this is what is achieved here. So if I select 3 stores, so it will come here semicolon separated. For the same date range, how this will be implemented? Basically, I think there is no data available for this. I need to increase maybe date range, or I will select from here all the stores, and I will put here up till March, and you can see by insert record set the performance of report will be much better than if you put a while loop. It will have so many round trips per record, so it will be nightmare and performance hit on your database and on your server as well. And this also can be scheduled on the batch, and you can always make a destination for your print archive or anything. So here you can see the Annapolis and Miami, and then you have Atlanta. So each page wise separate page will be inserted per group. Per group means per store. So see how beautiful it looks. Only this date field need to be adjusted a bit. So in this way we have implemented this. And okay, little bit about then in the UI builder, you can see here the selection field, add selection field. So these are the fields which will be shown in the multi-select lookup, and the view we have used here because retail store table contains only store ID. So view has also the name, so it will be more reasonable and logically appealing to the end user, because sometimes store codes are used which are not very much easy to understand. Then we have basically removed the post build method, and we have only overridden post run and removed the super call, and we have overridden the existing lookup method on store lookup. Build method, where we have basically linked or added the dialog field, and we have basically 3 dialog fields here for stores, from, and to date, and which we have instantiated here and linked to our param methods. So this is how we have implemented UI and contract. And then DP is a bit complex, not complex, but if you logically do it, it will be easy. We have a decorator for contract in order to link the contract with this DP class, and we have declared the global variable including the contract and the temp table buffer. Process report is very easy, straightforward. And then we have called the process report data, which is our private method in which we are calculating the business logic. This is simple temporary table which it will be returned to the report. Here we have declared multiple table buffers and the list iterator object, and then we are iterating through a loop for each of the stores which are being selected in multi-select lookup, each of the stores one at a time, and all the dates for that store, then the next store. So within this loop we are basically grouping or aggregating each of the field one time. If you put here outer join, it will not work. The values will be very will not be accurate. So this is the approach which I have used by using the same temporary table and populating one aggregate, applying one aggregate function on one field at a time. But the store ID and trans date I have kept it, so that at the end of all the queries I am again consolidating the same table. So it is here when I am grouping again on the basis of different fields, and then I am also removing the previous buffer records. So here what we have done, basically in the retail module, some of the field values are in negative, So we are making it opposite, positive, to show in our report instead of negative. So sometime negative is taken as something is being issued in inventory. In retail normally it is negative, but in other modules it is positive. So this net amount, discount, tax, and then these three we have inverse the sign, and in the last the difference amount is calculated, opening plus net amount minus the tender declaration. So maybe there is some logical something I have missed somewhere, but ignore it. You can do it more perfectly and accurately, and I am hopeful this is useful video for you. So if you have any queries, just let me know. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Bye bye.